Hey guys, this is Sandra Nicole Hill, and today's video is all about breakfast food. So one of the questions that I got asked most when I was eating a plant-based and healing diet for fibroids was, what do you eat for breakfast? Well, today's video is just for you guys who are asking that question. So the recipes that I'm getting ready to show you take little to no time to get ready, 5 minutes or less. And it's perfect for people who may not be the best in the kitchen, or you're someone who, don't really like to cook, don't really have that gift, or you're someone who's just kind of rushing out the door in the morning and you really don't have time for breakfast. Well, this video is for you. These recipes are delicious, they're nutritious, and they're very, very filling. So they will last you from breakfast to lunch, and they actually help to heal your body. They help to heal your body from all types of inflammation, fibroids, acne, and they make you feel good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these recipes. I'm excited to show y'all. All right, you guys, for the first recipe, I'm going to make a nice peanut butter and banana toast. Actually, it's not peanut butter, but we'll get to that. I'm going to be using old-fashioned sourdough spelt bread, and I really love this bread because it only has 3 ingredients. It has whole grain spelt flour, filtered water, and sea salt. Very good for you, anti-inflammatory, and it's full of fiber. Cannot beat that. Great for women with fibroids. So I'm going to take a slice of bread and I'm going to toast it. I'm putting some coconut oil on it. On the front side, I'm going to toast both sides. So I'm just going to toast it in my pan here. And then once both sides are toasted, I'm going to rub my walnut butter. This is homemade walnut butter. You guys can use any type of butter that you want. Peanut butter, doesn't matter. I use walnut butter because it's full of omega-3s, and it's very good for women with fibroids because it has less estrogen in it than most nuts or nut butters that you can use. And it's also less clogging to your gut. But anyway, so I'm going to take a banana and I'm going to chop pieces of the banana on top of the toast. Yum, yummy, yummy. And you don't have to, you can just throw the pieces on there. It doesn't have to be put on there any specific way. Just have your bananas on top. This breakfast is so delicious and it comes together so easy and so fast. See, look at that, already done. Now I'm going to take this a bit further by grating some chocolate on top. I didn't have a chocolate candy bar, but I did have some chocolate chips. So I just used the chocolate chips and I'm just going to zest it or grate it on top. Yum, yum, yum. And just like that, breakfast has come together in less than 5 minutes. So that banana that I peeled and chopped, I'm going to take the rest of it and just chop it. And there you go. Breakfast is served. Next up on the list is a plant-based BLT. Of course, I don't have any bacon in this recipe, so we're going to use mushrooms. Now, I'm using some sliced portobello mushrooms, but of course, you can use any type of mushrooms you want. They don't have to be the sliced portobello mushrooms. They can be regular portobello mushrooms. Just sliced up any way you want. I'm using an 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper. I'm using some avocado oil. This is 1/2 teaspoon, and then 1/2 teaspoon of maple syrup. And I'm just going to drizzle this all over and kind of combine it all together with my hands. Then I'm going to put this into my air fryer, making sure that the mushrooms are not touching each other. I just want them to get done. I don't want them to be mushy and soggy, and this is the best way to do it. So I'm going to close this on up and turn the temperature on as high as it'll go and set the dial for 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to assemble the rest of the sandwich. I'm using this organic Arnold grain bread, and as you can see here, the ingredients in it aren't awful. They're not 100% great, but they're not awful. It does have yeast in it, does have brown sugar in it, but I do like the rye flour, the flax meal, black chia seeds. I like the fact that I can recognize a whole lot of ingredients in the bread. But if you don't have to use this bread if you don't want to. You can use the other bread that I used. So I'm gonna slice some tomatoes up for this sandwich, and I'm going to get 1 avocado, slice it on up. can't have a sandwich without avocado. And I'm using this Sir Kensington's Classic Vegan Mayo. I do like the ingredients in this mayo. I was very impressed, really, with the ingredients in it. It's not at all awful. So it is a bit on the pricey side, but you can't put a price on quality. So after toasting my bread, I'm going to take this mayo and rub it on the sandwich. On both, I want mayo on both of my slices of bread. So I'm putting on my lettuce, that avocado, or half the avocado, sorry, that I sliced up. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay that gently on my sandwich. Yeah, I got to treat this baby with care. And then I'm going to add that tomato. I only sliced 4 slices of the tomato. And I'm just going to add it on here. And then I'm going to add the top of the sandwich, which are the mushrooms. And as you can see, these mushrooms are completely done. They are so delicious looking. Oh my God. And now I'm going to add the top of the bread. And just like that, the sandwich has been assembled. And you can go ahead and cut it down the middle, or you can enjoy it whole, whichever one you want. But just like that, breakfast is served. And this only took 5 minutes or less to prepare. It is delicious. It is hearty. It is filling. And you're gonna always want this. This is for people who want savory meals for breakfast instead of always having something sweet. Next up is a yogurt and fruit and granola bowl. Very easy. All you have to do is slice up some grapes until you get to about this much. So this is probably just shy of a cup, maybe a cup of grapes, depending on how much you want. I'm going to use this vanilla coconut milk. I love this coconut milk. And I always use a plastic spoon when I'm handling yogurt because yogurt and metal do not mix. So with a plastic spoon, I'm going to spoon some yogurt into my bowl. And I'm just going to toss on my fruit. You don't have to make it look all pretty and decorative like I did. I did that for you guys. But if you're short on time, slice those grapes up and throw them in a bowl and go. So I'm also going to add some granola. Same thing with granola. If you're short on time, throw that granola in that bowl and go. You're going to mix it up anyway as you're eating, or at least I do. So there you go. Breakfast just came together less than 5 minutes and only 3 ingredients, but this is delicious. It is filling and it's going to give you energy all day until lunchtime. As an afterthought, I decided to add some finely shredded coconut. So I just added that on top, and now breakfast is complete. And it only took less than 5 minutes. Next up is a grape smoothie. Delicious. And of course, you know that this took less than 5 minutes to make. So let me get my smoothie cup. And in my smoothie cup, I'm going to add half a cup of yogurt. And then to my yogurt, I'm going to add some grapes. Now, these grapes have been in the fridge for a few days, but as you can see, they're starting to wrinkle. But we don't waste food over here, so those grapes are going right into this smoothie cup. Yeah, and then I'm also going to add some vanilla protein powder. You guys do not have to add this. This is optional. I'm adding this for my husband. As you can see, it's fairly decent ingredients, but of course you don't have to add this. But I'm just going to toss that on in there. And then I'm going to add the plant-based milk of my choice, which is almond milk. Of course, you can use coconut milk. You can use walnut milk. You can use whatever plant-based milk of your choice. Brazil nut milk, doesn't matter. And go ahead and put that top on and let the blender do the rest. Easy. So this breakfast is going to come together in less than 5 minutes. And it is done as soon as you pour your smoothie into your glass. Done. And it is delicious. It is filling, as are all the recipes that I've shown you so far. And there you go. Now this last recipe is very easy. It's just a fruit bowl. You're going to start off chopping 1 apple. I use the Honeycrisp apple, an organic Honeycrisp apple. And once you just roughly chop that up, put it into a bowl of your choice. And then you're gonna chop up a nice banana. Go ahead and just add that on in there. An avocado, it's good, I promise. Stick with me here. And then I'm gonna add some grapes on top. Bam! Breakfast has just come together in less than 5 minutes. Now I'm going to elevate this breakfast a little bit by adding a nice fruit dressing to it. You can make this dressing at night to save time, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I zested a huge orange, and then I'm going to take a bowl and add about half a cup of yogurt to it. That same yogurt I showed you earlier. Just add actually about a fourth of a cup. And as you can see, I added a lot of orange zest to this. You do not need that much, I promise. About a 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest is all you need. Be careful with that, because if you add too much, all you're gonna taste is orange zest. So 2 tablespoons of Manuka honey, or any sweetener of your choice. I just love honey because it's so nutritious and it's anti-inflammatory. And then I chopped that orange in half, so I'm gonna add half a juice of fresh orange to this recipe, and then I'm just gonna stir to combine, and that's your dressing. That's it. And again, you can make that the night before, grab it out the fridge the day you're making it, and there you go. Pour the dressing all over your fruit bowl. Oh my God, this is divine. You're going to love it. You're welcome. All right, you guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you got some knowledge about the food that I'm using. If you guys have any comments, let me know below. Which one is your favorite? I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.